Well, aloha and good afternoon. That's pretty much what we say in Hawaii is aloha, and I'm glad to have you all here for this short period. I also like to thank for Sergeant Major Harris from Korea, 8th Army, and Sergeant Major Mahoney from also Korea, from United States Forces Korea. That are here this afternoon. What I'm here to discuss about is the NCO initiative that we have across the Pacific right now, which is very strong. Next slide, please. What we have here, and I want to discuss that slide right there, okay? If you pay attention to the first portion in the blue, which says assure and promote. Those are the two things that we're actually pushing hard through the NCO Corps in establishing and developing our partners. There's three, if you don't, when you walk away from here, there's three things that I want you to remember. The three things are friends, allies, and partners. Because that is exactly what we're establishing out there through our Non-Commissioned Officer Corps initiative. And we're developing a friendship, partnership, and of course our allies to assist them and continue to develop their Non-Commissioned Officer Corps to become a more professional corps for non-commissioned officers. Next slide. This is how we're broken down. We're broken down in four. You see the dark lines there, and hopefully I can see how I can fix this dilly-majiggy. It doesn't show. Anyway, I'll push forward to the next slide, please. Okay, it's broken down into four geographical areas. You got South Asia, where Sri Lanka, Maldives are at. Okay, you got Southeast Asia, where Thailand, Cambodia, Laos. You got Oceania, where Australia, New Zealand, and of course, that is also broken down into other islands as Papua New Guinea, New Caledonia, Tonga, so on and so forth. And of course, Northeast Asia, where you got Mongolia, China, Korea, and Japan. We started off with about 27 countries being partnered across the Pacific a couple of years ago. We're now partnered with about 36, and we're increasing that to about 42. Our commander had just returned from Burma. We have not been in Burma for over 20 years, and we're now establishing a partnership program with them to establish an NCO program for them. We have also established what we also call the State Partnership Program, where we have your states across the continental United States to also partner with some of these countries out in the Pacific. So for instance, Oregon, the state of Oregon, their state partnership is with Bangladesh and Vietnam. They have the responsibility for providing NCO development for those two countries. Washington State is Cambodia and Thailand. Hawaii has the Philippines and Indonesia. These are just some of the state partnership programs that we have where we're building capacity through the NCO Corps. Okay, and it's very important for us to know and understand that some of these countries do not have an NCO Corps. So what we do is we take baby steps in developing these countries to establish an NCO Corps, and our great partners out in Korea do the same with the KATUSAs as they continue to develop the Korean Army. Thank you. So what does that mean? That means we're setting the conditions, since our administration has said, you know, openly and publicly, that the big shift is in the Pacific. So now that we are in the Pacific, and we have really pushed hard these last several months. I've been in the position for the last 18 months, and these last 18 months have really been on the go. And just to give you a quick statistic, for the last 18 months that we've developed our NCO capacity, today, right now, we have 16 senior non-commissioned officers attending the United States Army Sergeant's Major Academy from 7 different countries. At the same time, at the Warrior Leader course in Hawaii, we have 55 international students for this next FY that are attending the Warrior Leader course. What we've also instituted is in Mongolia, we have exercise called Conquest. What we're doing this year is not only doing the exercise, but also providing expertise to run a Warrior Leader course and a battle staff course for their non-commissioned officers. This is something that the Mongolian Army has requested. We do 23 exercises across the Pacific every year. We've increased that to 27. Of those 27, 10 of those are purely Army exercises. The others are purple, meaning they're joint. So out of those 10 exercises, Balikatan down in the Philippines, Talisman Sabre in Australia, Cobra Gold in Thailand. Those is where we make our capacity building, our partner building, where we capitalize in making sure that we establish or help establish a good process for basic development in our non-commissioned officer corps. This is something that a lot of these countries do not have, and this is something that a lot of the countries ask for us to do and or provide. So what do we do? How do we do that? Well, we do that through mobile training teams. And we send them out, they do an assessment through either our partnership program or our exercise program that we have. And of course, as I said, that helps us develop our friends, partners, and allies. Now, at this association meeting that we have several sergeants majors from the different armies who have taken on the call to attend, because this is something that they would also like to continue and bring their chiefs of army down here with them next time they come. We have the Singaporean Sergeant Major that's here, and also the Japanese Self-Defense Force Sergeant Major that are out here visiting upon the invite for them to come out to see exactly how we do business as a non-commissioned officer corps and how important the relationship is between the non-commissioned officer and the officer corps. Next slide. Any questions? The floor is open. Cool. Well, listen, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be making myself available, and I've got one of my HUAs here who's now Drill Sergeant of the Year at Fort Jackson, came down here to visit for a little bit. So if you have any questions as I'm out here, please do not hesitate to ask me. If not, if I don't know the answer, I've got those two right there that do. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes